Hi Aries, welcome to March 2019. Here in March, it's time for you to make your mark on the world. And that can be about your career, what you do in the world. It can also be your social standing in the world, who you are as a unique individual in our society today. Now, your avatar Mars is in Taurus, and that is focusing you on what you love and value, what truly matters to you, what you want. You will be reflecting on that throughout this month and even into April as well. And that has to do with also Mercury going retrograde March 5th through the 28th. Mercury is in Pisces and will be in Pisces for a total of 9 weeks, which is very significant. He will enter Aries April 16th, April 17th. And in Pisces, that is bringing the action to behind the scenes. Now, if you're feeling like there's this nagging voice going on in your head, that's this Mercury retrograde in Pisces. It's going to be challenging for those of us that are fire signs. I'm a fire sign. And the air signs as well, because we're going to be in all this water this month. So it's like we're swimming through the water in March. And it's challenging when you're a fire sign, especially with Mercury in this place, because it's in the area of self-sabotage, and we all have an area of how we get in our own way and, you know, have those little inner gremlins in our head. Oh, you can't do it, you're not good enough, or what are you thinking? So if there is a nagging voice going on in your head this month, that's Mercury in Pisces, and it will pass. It's temporary. However, it's very significant because Mercury has to do with communication. But this is an inner dialogue with you. This is what's going on inside of you. It's not about what's going on in the world. It has to do with the demons you're battling with inside of yourself. The negative self-talk, or where you think you're not good enough, or maybe reflecting on past mistakes, you know, or past things that have happened with you, and you're thinking about how you could have done it better, the shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know, hindsight's great, but we always do the best we can with what we know in the moment. If we could go back and relive moments that we could change, then we do it. However, it's really important that you're not allowing this Mercury retrograde to get the upper hand here. It's a good time to journal. Your dreams are going to be very active. And it's a good time to work behind the scenes. This is not the time to launch anything new. This is not the time to be pushing yourself out there. If things open up for you in your career or in your work, great. However, if they don't, then that's the universe protecting you from a false start. Mercury retrograde, and it's coupled with Neptune, is the trickster. It's the liar. It's the fool. It's people that show up with a lot of pizzazz, but when you get in there and really look at what they're offering, it's not a good agenda. So this is a time to really focus on meditation, focus on your spirituality, focus on building projects, focus on building things rather than pushing out there. And with your avatar in Taurus, until the end of the month, he enters Gemini on the 31st. This really is a time for you to focus on what you want, what you need, and not to be in a hurry at all in March. And I'm going to tell everyone that. None of us need to push in this month. None of us need to hurry, to be in a hurry, especially with Mercury in Pisces. Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury rules Virgo. Both of them are cerebral and analytical. In Pisces, it's about dreams, creativity, spirituality. It's not about anything tangible in this world. So we'll talk about that further in the forecast here, and then I'll talk about it more in April. Another big event happening is Uranus enters Taurus on the 6th. Now, this is a relief for you because now he's finally out of Aries, and he's going to be shaking up what you love and value, how you make money, the way you make money. And he's not a maybe planet. When he enters an area, he just brings change, and tremendous change. So if you find yourself changing, the things that you do love, the things that you do value, it's all appropriate. Now you have 7 years to work on this. So it's not to be done in March or April. Take your time. You do feel him though. The shift coming in here in March where now he's in your money house, and for some of you, you can be analyzing how you use your talent, your gifts, your abilities to make money, how you use your resources. And this will be appropriate for you to analyze over the next 7 years. The biggest shakeup is when they enter like this, when they cross the house, when they enter the area. It's like, whoa, who just came in my house? What are you doing in my house? The god of chaos has just entered your house. And Mars is there, and it is significant. So it's moved from shifting and changing you since 2010 to now shifting and changing what you want, what you love and value, your self-worth, your self-respect, your self-esteem, your values, your earning ability, your possessions. This is all being activated by Uranus, and it's significant. Now, the Pisces New Moon on March 6th will be in effect March 6th through the 13th, and that's because the rulers of Pisces is both Jupiter and Neptune, and they're in an argument with each other this year. Jupiter is in his home sign Sagittarius, Neptune is in his home sign Pisces. Both are powerful. When a planet is in its own sign, it makes it extremely powerful and stubborn. So the rulers of Pisces are arguing with each other. And we have to be careful with that, because this can be irrational exuberance, wishful thinking. It can be delusion, where we can get really excited about something, have high expectations, and then those expectations don't get met, and then we get disappointed. Now, it is a good moon. Mars is in harmony with it. Mars is sextile the moon. Saturn is sextile the moon. So Saturn and both Mars are pouring positive energy into this new moon in Pisces, which is energizing it. Saturn is empowering it to be practical. So if we're listening to Mars and Saturn, we're going slow. Mars is in Taurus. It's not about rushing anything. And Saturn is in Capricorn. Saturn is the god of practicality. So it is about being practical, being focused, being determined, taking one step at a time, and applying this new moon in a way that can serve you, taking solid steps so that your plans can become real. Now, for you, this is behind the scenes. This is in the area of your spirituality. And, this is about dreams for you. This is about working behind the scenes, finishing projects, finishing things up, getting ready for your birthday cycle, which is a few days away, and using this time to connect with Source, to connect with your spirituality, to connect with your higher self, to connect with your soul self, who you really are on this journey we call life. And so that's really what this is about for all of us, but for you especially, because it's in this area of spirituality and karma and how we get in our own way but it's a good moon, except for Jupiter is challenging it, and Neptune is coupled right there, and Jupiter and Neptune are fighting with each other, and that energy is on all year. They are going to be, in aspect all of 2019. So we don't get away from them. And they are so active at the Pisces New Moon that we want to be aware of exaggeration. We want to be aware of, aiming too high, or being unrealistic, being over exuberant about what's happening or what the potential, or being hopeful. I think potential and hope, we just want to put a spear through and put aside and be practical. Be optimistic, but be practical. Be, cautiously optimistic, so that we're not getting swept up in the positive energy that we might be experiencing that is more about spirituality and creativity than reality. Now, daylight savings times begins on March 10th. Yay! The days are getting longer. And then we have the sun entering Aries on March 20th. Hallelujah. And we have the happy spring equinox on the 20th and the fall equinox in the southern hemisphere. This is so good. And then moments after that, we have the Libra full moon, March 20th. Now, I really like this full moon because Chiron is sitting next to the sun in Aries. Chiron entered Aries at the end of February, and Chiron is going to be in Aries for quite some time. This is about healing. I see this Libra full moon as a very healing full moon. So you're in this cycle of healing. That's why I don't want you to rush anything or be in a hurry. And this is a time for you to heal yourself. This is also about healing relationships. You could be healing with someone else, and that's beautiful. So there's this wonderful healing energy in here, encouraging you to heal yourself, heal your life, heal your relationships. And what's super cool about this Libra full moon, your avatar Mars is forming a grand trine with the moon all the way up there with Pluto and Saturn in the area of your destiny in the world, your profession in the world, your standing in the world. And it's also trining the moon because the moon is so early in Libra, it's almost in Virgo. So it's this almost grand Earth trine, although the moon is in Libra. And this is very successful. This is where powerful people are watching you. And you could be getting a promotion. You could be moving up in what you're doing. This is where the universe wants you to be really looking forward in your life confidently. And it's like, even if there's black clouds on the horizon, you have a reason to smile. So I see you in here smiling because you know on a deeper level that those black clouds are temporary and that things are going to be rolling your way, coming your way. And it's about new starts, new beginnings, new relationships. It's really interesting because full moons bring things to completions, but it's right at the beginning. And we've been in this pattern starting last year where all the full moons are at 0 degrees. They're not even 1 degree. They're right at the beginning of something. And so this is about healing you. This is about helping you. This is about you making your mark in the world, making your mark in your career, being moved up in what you're doing. And, if it doesn't come in March, that has to do with Mercury retrograde. It will come in April. It will come in May. And so, even though I have to cut them, call this April, call this March, this forecast can be extended for months. And because we're all on our own personal life path journey, Mercury retrograde, I'm telling you, the shadow. We're in the shadow right now as I record these here in February, but this Mercury in Pisces is just killing me. And so, you know, you want to be open to your own timing, because we all have our own personal timing. These are general forecasts. If I looked at your specific transits, then I would specifically know your timing. However, these go out to hundreds and thousands and millions of people. So I have to keep it general. But know on an inner level, on a deeper level, that timing is everything. And everything happens in divine timing. And the Ascended Masters, your guides, they know your timing. Each one of you has your own timing and your own cycle that's being directed by your mighty I Am Presence, your higher self. I think one of the important things that Pisces is teaching us is to be humble, to be present, because there's always more to learn. There's always more to understand. Venus enters Pisces on the 26th. Mercury, hallelujah, moves direct on the 28th. And that's where things can start to get clearer and we can focus better. But I don't really see us out of the woods until Mercury moves into Aries on the 17th. That's where we want to be doing our happy dance. And you'll definitely be doing your happy dance by the end of the Aries cycle and going into the Taurus cycle next month in April. Now, that's not to say this isn't a great month for you, because it really is. There's so much for you to look forward to. And it comes down to your strength and your determination and your planning and, you know, the ability to put one foot in the front of the other and just keep moving and not get overexcited about anything or go low, you know, because I'm a type A personality. I can be like up, down, you know, one day I'm like so up, so high, and the next day I'm crashed. I'm like, it all stinks. You know, so be aware of that. You know, Aries, you know, can be the type A personality. And because my son's in the first house and my South Node is in Aries, I can be very Aryan. And, you know, so, you know, be aware of that high and low kind of thing, because you can get really excited about the good things that are happening. And then, you know, the next day you can like have a hangover and just get into that nagging Mercury retrograde stuff going on in the background. And just, you know, stay in the middle. You know, Buddha always said, take the middle road. The reason is because when you don't get too high and too low, then your buttons don't get pushed as much. And you're seeing the bigger picture. That it's not all about 1 month or 1 week or 1 day. That it's about this whole year and next year and the year after, and what you're doing to plan for your life and what you're doing to work with the changes that are happening with you on a deeper level, such as what you love and value, how you use your resources, how you use your talent and your ability to create wealth in your life. And this is really important. For those of you open for love, hey, it's on. Now, you could be meeting someone from your past. You could be meeting someone that feels like you've known them from a past life. You could be really healing this month in relationship, healing with your partner if you're coupled. Like, there's this beautiful healing that is just amazing for you. And, you know, get out, have fun. You know, you may be feeling more like you just want to stay in this month until we get to your birthday cycle. And then next month with Mercury moving into Aries, you'll definitely be out and about. And that's okay too, if you don't feel like doing the big social thing. But you know, get out there. For those of you that are single, stay out there and just see who shows up. You know, another thing too that's really good for you this month is to go on a journey to new lands, to new horizons, because it really does feed your soul. So there's so much happening spiritually for you, as well as what's going on in your career. Money looks excellent because Mars is really in there asking for you to hustle. And of course, the more you hustle, the more you earn. And Mars is in this gorgeous grand trine with the moon in Libra, which can be bringing you some sort of bonus, some sort of promotion, some sort of move up in what you do, opening doors for you this month, next month, and the month after. Career looks excellent. And like I said, the higher ups are watching you. For those of you that work in an organization, they're watching you. And that's why it's important that you just stay humble, stay rational, keep putting one foot in front of the other. And, you know, one of the nice things about Mercury being in the background like that is nobody's going to know what you're dealing with on the inside unless you tell them. You know, you can be just like, how you doing? Great. How you doing? Fine. Wonderful. And that's good, you know, because that way you can share it with those you trust rather than, oh my gosh, everybody can see, you know, I'm going through this experience right now. It's really a big time for you spiritually. And so anything that you do, like, you know, go on a spirit quest or journey to another location, journey to other lands, do it because it really feeds your soul. And that's what you need right now is soul food, is to be feeding your soul. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, favoring, sharing my videos. Aries, you're rocking awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps to support the channel and it lets you know when I upload. So until next time, Aries, make your mark and happy birthday!